So get this. OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, is building its very first consumer device. And it's not what you might expect. It's a smart speaker that can literally see you. Today, we're going to go deep on this. What does it actually mean? Who's building this thing? And why does it signal this massive, massive shift in how we're all going to interact with AI? Okay, let's get into it.
Really think about that question for a second. This is the whole idea driving OpenAI's big push into hardware. This isn't just about sticking a camera on a speaker for video calls. No, this is about completely changing the relationship you have with your tech. We're moving away from just barking simple commands at a device to something that has constant ambient awareness of you and your space. And look, I want to be super clear here. This has flown way, way past the rumor stage. We are talking about a real product. It's got a real price range, a real release window, and, get this, an absolute dream team of designers behind it. This is happening. Okay, so let's ground this in some facts. What we're looking at is an AI smart speaker with a camera, and they're targeting a pretty competitive price point, somewhere between $200 and $300. The internal roadmap? Well, that's pointing to a potential release as early as February 2027. So you see, this isn't some vague prototype or a science fair project. This is being treated like a serious, major consumer launch. That camera we keep mentioning, well, that's the whole point. It's the key that unlocks a totally new level of interaction, something that goes way beyond what any smart speaker on the market can do today. The big idea here is something called contextual awareness. So instead of just sitting there waiting for you to say a wake word like, "Hey, Alexa," this device is designed to be always on, continuously soaking up visual context. It can see who's in the room, it can see what's on your coffee table. It starts to learn the entire rhythm of your household, and that allows it to build a much, much deeper and more intuitive understanding of your life. And this comparison just lays it all out, plain and simple. The smart speakers we have now, they're totally reactive. They're just sitting there waiting for you to talk to them. OpenAI's vision is proactive. The device doesn't just wait for instructions. It observes, it learns your patterns, it adapts to what it sees and hears. The whole goal is to anticipate what you need, maybe even before you realize you need it.
So what can you actually do with this thing? Well, for starters, think about face-based purchasing, kind of like Face ID on your phone. You could approve an order with just a glance, but it goes so much deeper. Internally, they're framing this thing as an AI butler that could maybe infer things like your stress levels from your posture, or notice if your sleep schedule is all over the place, and then maybe gently nudge you towards better habits. You see? It's a huge leap from simple automation to something way more personal.
Now, to pull off a device this ambitious, you need a world-class team, right? Well, OpenAI has put one together by basically raiding Apple and extracting some of its absolute top design and engineering talent. Seriously, look at this list. It is staggering. At the very top, you've got Johnny Ive, the absolute legend, the former chief design officer of Apple. His firm, Lovefrom, has the final say on how this device looks and feels. And he's joined by Tang Tan, who led product design for the iPhone, and Evans Hankey, the person who actually succeeded Ive at Apple. This isn't just hiring a few talented people. This is basically acquiring an entire product philosophy. And this quote, this really gets to the heart of it. It shows you just how central Johnny Ive's influence is. The entire design process, the whole vibe of the hardware team, it's all built around his famously obsessive, perfectionist approach to making things. He's not just some consultant on the side. He is the guiding force. But this creates a really fascinating internal clash, doesn't it? You've got the classic hardware culture from Lovefrom, super secretive, slow, obsessing over every little detail. And that's slamming right up against OpenAI's software culture, which is all about moving fast, shipping features, and iterating as quickly as possible. Now, reports say this has created some frustration. But you know what? That kind of friction is probably necessary when you're trying to build something completely new. So you might be asking yourself, why? Why is OpenAI even bothering with hardware? They're making billions from software. And the answer is, the next great challenge for AI isn't about being another app on your phone. It's about making AI feel like essential infrastructure, just woven into the fabric of your life. And this is how it builds a whole new business model. OpenAI wants to own the entire journey from start to finish. So step 1, the AI sees what you like, what you do, what your preferences are. Step 2, it starts shaping your decisions by making suggestions. And then finally, step 3, it makes the purchase itself happen. They want to be there for the whole ride. And you got to understand, This speaker is just the beginning. It's just the opening act. The long-term roadmap reportedly includes things like smart glasses, AI-powered earphones, and that mysterious little pocket-sized device Sam Altman keeps hinting at. The goal is to create this seamless, ambient layer of intelligence that lives with you, not just on your screen. And if you have any doubt left about how serious they are, just look at who they're working with. Luxshare and GoerTech, these are the same manufacturing giants that build products for Apple. We're talking iPhones, AirPods. These aren't small experimental partnerships. This is them gearing up for mass production on a global scale.
To really get why this is happening so fast, we have to zoom out. This isn't just about a cool new gadget. This is about securing a spot in a future that's going to be defined by the breathtaking speed of AI development itself and the big quest for what they call artificial general intelligence.
Just try to wrap your head around this for a second. A few years ago, AI could barely handle basic math. But just recently, a new OpenAI system reportedly solved 7 out of 10 previously unsolved research-level math problems. That's a leap from just being competent to making genuine new discoveries. The pace of this is accelerating faster than anybody expected. And this is straight from the top. Sam Altman himself believes that AGI, that's artificial general intelligence, an AI that can reason and learn just like a human, is much closer than we think. And that belief, that right there, explains the speed, the massive investment, and the strategic urgency behind all of this.
Of course, OpenAI is not alone in this race. Not by a long shot. Apple and Meta are moving incredibly aggressively with their own AI wearables. The battle for the next great computing interface, the one that lives on your body and in your home, is heating up like crazy.
And all of this, it brings us to the elephant in the room, the core dilemma: privacy. An always-on camera in your home is fundamentally different from the one in your pocket. A phone camera feels like you're in control, but a stationary, perceptive device that's always watching, that feels ambient, ever-present. And that creates a massive challenge around privacy and trust that will be the single biggest hurdle they have to overcome. So, when you boil it all down, it comes to this. It's a trade-off. The promise is incredible convenience, proactive help, and this totally new relationship with technology. The price? A new level of data collection and trust. And it leaves us with one final, very personal question for you to think about. Are you ready to let AI see your world?